It has been so long since I've sat down to film a makeup tutorial, and what a perfect day to film it because I'm under the weather. I feel like I have the aches. I'm just feeling not myself, and I have a long list of content to be filming today, so I need to look a little bit more put together. So let's get into it. Whenever I want to look my best, I feel like underpainting really does deliver the most natural but perfected results. So I'm using a bronzer that I've created, to be fair, but any cream bronzer of your choice, pop it on your face, and you can go really rough-handedly because this is our first layer. We're not keeping it like this. We're putting layers on top so it will blend out and really soften throughout every layer. So don't worry about perfection or precision with placement. I don't know if it's the millennial in me or just because I love bronzer, but there's something that is in bronzer that just makes me feel more alive, healthy. I mean, we all look healthier with a little bit of sun, let's be honest. And we have been lacking in that department here over the last couple of weeks, although I'm looking at pure blue skies. It's freezing out, but it's a gorgeous day, which I will take over rain and wind any day of the week. But bronzer just gives life and color back into your face. Even if it looks crazy right now, it's a lot better than what it was before. I've been working with two different color concealers as of lately. These are both the Brightenet from Sculpted. I use Biscuit under my eyes because it's just a little brighter. It's nothing crazy. I just like a brighter color under my eyes and sometimes around my nose and chin. And then something a little bit more my skin tone color, especially if I have tan on. This is golden, so it has a little bit more of that tan golden undertone. So I'm just gonna dot it on my jawline. I had a breakout here that I picked a week ago now. Yeah, about a week ago. So it's just an easy cover up at the moment, but this concealer is very lightweight. I mean, I think it's primarily used for under your eyes to brighten up. So it's a very thin consistency, very easy to sheer out so it doesn't cake. But I don't like cakey face products on my base anyways. So I actually love it all over my face because I don't want extreme coverage. I just want a little bit of evenness. Now my secret weapon in this is this spray, the D'Alba First Spray Serum, Hydrating and Radiant Skin Double Layer Serum enriched with white truffle from Italy. I don't know what the white truffle does, but it's unreal. I have a mini version for my bag. I have like a little bag that goes in all of my bags, and the mini one stays with me whenever I go somewhere, and then this one I keep at home and it's a little bit bigger, but it is so stinking good for hydrating, and it's such a fine mist. It smells incredible, and I feel like it just keeps my makeup fresh and dewy without looking greasy and super oily because I would tend to, you know, go a little oily. It just is, I think, entering my mid-30s, such a hack for youthful looking skin. Again, I'm just rough blending that concealer out because we still will be putting something on top for the final bit of coverage for the base. When you go in layers and use minimal product, you still look really nice and evened out, but you don't look cakey. And I feel like, especially if you want natural looking skin, which is always such a want of mine, this is the way to do it. It might be a touch more time consuming, and by that I mean I'm talking to you and demonstrating, but honestly it probably will add a couple minutes extra to your routine rather than just taking like a full coverage foundation and slapping it on, because maybe immediately it looks nice, but it just doesn't last throughout the day, especially if you have like fine lines, wrinkles, movement in your face. A full foundation is good for certain purposes, but not for every day, in my honest opinion. Two options for base. I have one that I don't think is available in the UK as of yet. So all of my North American followers, I would use this one, but if you're in the UK, I would definitely use this one. So we have the MPH, what does the P stand for? Mary Phillips. Hailey Bieber, Kendall Jenner's makeup artist, created a makeup brand, and this came out when we were in Florida, so I picked it up literally the day before we left because I knew people would be raving about it, and for good reason. It's amazing. If you like very natural looking skin, it's beautiful, and she's also kind of been deemed the makeup artist to kind of revolutionize underpainting. This is made for that. It goes on top, but it's not incredibly thick, full coverage. You can build it up, but it's such a beautiful foundation. I wear the shade medium 140W. Now, if you are in the UK, this is one of the base products that I wear all the time. If I want a little bit more coverage, I tend not to wear anything unless it's like a tinted sunscreen. I just use concealer and bronzer. I don't really wear a base on an everyday basis, but this Sculpted by Amy Hydratant SPF 20, such a good alternative. I have 4 and 6, depending on my skin tone, time of year. I alternate between the two. So to be fair to both audiences, I'm just gonna take a little bit of both. I can't really pick, and I mean, I'm taking a pea-size amount of each, and I feel like even that is too much, like half a pump of this one. At the moment, you can see my skin, again, a very rough blended job of concealer and bronzer, but it will all be put together with this, and I'm just gonna really blend it into my brush. About half the amount I have put on is really in my brush. So I get to be a little bit more in control of where I'm putting it, which I find more so the center of my face, around my mouth and my jawline is where I want the most. And then when I can tell like the product has been diffused and there's a little bit left on my brush, I'll go lightly over that bronzer. It calms it down, it evens it out. And then a little bit under my jaw to blend down, because you don't want to forget your neck or your ears. Always go the opposite direction on your nose to fill in any pores. This side has the base on top. You still see the bronzer, you still see the highlighting aspects of the concealer, but it just looks perfected and a little bit more elevated. I'm really happy with that base. I feel even, everything looks a little bit more streamlined, perfected, and I don't look as tired, if that makes sense. Another spritz of this spray. If I have a day where I know I'm not going to be able to touch up and I just need the performance of my makeup to last, I like to use a lip stain. This is the second time I've got this pencil, or this lip stain in particular, and it's so good. It's a Huda Beauty lip contour in the shade Soft Nude. And I just think it's such a beautiful brown undertone nude, especially if you like anything that has a little bit more depth for your lips, but isn't overwhelming. You're gonna love this, and it stays so long throughout the day. It's also one of those lip stains that aren't scary in color. You get your immediate results right away and it doesn't come off. Just really subtle. I use my lip liners at the end to like finesse it, but this is good for me throughout the day. As much as I love this glow, I need a little bit of powder just to keep everything in place, because we're using a lot of creams at the moment. So I'm taking a translucent powder, but also anything with a little tint of color could be good if you want a little bit more coverage. I'm just taking translucent because I don't think I need any more coverage at the moment. And I find under my eyes, it just looks a little bit more natural. Making sure to really set above my eyes as well. I can feel myself coming alive already, even just with this. Obviously I need blush, but let's move to eyebrows. This is a by Caitlin brow pencil. It's so tiny and perfect if you don't want a full looking brow, but you just want to fill in any sparse areas. Like, look how tiny that is. Apparently it's the smallest on the market. I just fill in any sparse areas, mostly at that arch tail area, but I want it to keep my brows looking fluffy, a soft arch, nothing too intense. I think a little tip for brows, if you feel a little overwhelmed with it, is to pencil in and then immediately brush that pencil out through the brow hairs, so it's not looking like you've filled in your brows. It just looks a lot softer and more natural. If you don't brush it out, then it just looks like you've taken a pencil to your brows. Now, if you wanted to kind of keep it a little bit more relaxed at this stage, I would pop on some mascara and a little bit of gloss and call it a day, maybe a little bit of blush. But this is where we can go a little bit more elevated, a next step up to have that really good you but better kind of vibe. So I'm gonna take an eyelash curler. If you don't have one, you need one. The Tweezerman or Shiseido one is great. I actually prefer the Tweezerman one. This little pencil is what's going to upgrade your makeup. Truly, it is such a multitasking product. It's Rendezvous by Pearl. I use it as an eyeliner. I've used it as contour, freckles, lip liner. So I'm going to show you eyeliner today. I'm going to go up a little bit closer. I'm keeping this primarily at the very corner of my eye, bringing it right into my lash line. And then taking my fingernail, I'm going to slide it out. So it doesn't look like an intense wing, but there's a little bit of lift at the end. Going back in to deepen it up and sliding it out. This is gonna lift the eye, give a little bit more definition to it. And then I also put it on my tight line, which is right under my lashes, to connect it. And I feel like it just gives a little bit more of a defined finish to the eye. Makes it look just a little bit more elegant, and especially paired with mascara, it's so good. It's one of those steps where you definitely don't have to do it, but if you want your eye game to look a little bit more like there's been effort, so good. So subtle, so easy to do. No worrying about like liquid liner, a brush. just this, use it, and because it's a long wearing lip liner, you have like time to play before it sets, and then when it sets, that is literally you for the day. And then the same pencil, we're gonna outline my lips because we already have a base with that lip stain. I'm gonna follow my natural line on the bottom, blur it out quickly. It's such a good pairing. Anytime I do this lip combo, I always get questions on it because it just looks like the perfect tones together. It really defines plumps and kind of gives a 90s effect, but it lasts all day, which is the best part. Of course, we're lashing on the mascara. I've actually been on a brown at last kick. I've been using this nonstop since February now, and it is so good. Now, I will say, out of the brown and the black, the brown dries quicker because there's fibers in it. It's still a tubing style mascara, so it won't flake, it won't transfer, it will last all day until you take it off with warm water at night. But you do need to move a little bit quicker, so I tend to stick to one eye until I get to the volume and length that I like, and then move on to the next eye. If you have any mascara on your lids from messy application like myself, just take a dry spoolie and it comes right off. I always give a little push up with my fingers before it's fully dry, and it keeps the lift in it a little bit longer. I've honestly done that since I was in high school, and I really do think it just gives the perfect finish. Another spritz of the white truffle spray. This is gonna melt any powder so that it just looks really blended and dewy and fresh. Now my favorite part, blush. Obviously I'm not gonna forget blush. I'm taking Classic Beauty, which looks scary on the picture and in the tube. It's one of our more, I'd say between Classic Beauty and Drama Queen, really pigment-led blushes. This is all you need. You can do your entire face with that, so I mean, it's gonna last you forever. And then I'm taking a liquid illuminator. This is from Bare Minerals, Rose Glow. So it's just really complimentary because there's a little pink hue to it. I'm gonna squeeze, if I can, if there's any left. Hold please. Oh, there we go. Just a little pea size, less than a pea size. Again, I'm really blending both of those products into the brush, into each other. So you're left with a little bit more of a softer hue. Smile. You can see the apples of your cheek here. We're gonna start right on the outside and go nice and high, and then right onto the apples. Because that illuminator's in it, it dilutes the pigment, the color, and you're just left with the nicest glow, and it gives, oh, just healthy looking skin. You can even go a little heavier with the blush pigment, and I mean, knowing me, I probably will. Even a little bit on the collarbone. I'm gonna do a touch more blush because, I mean, I want to. So add more, less, personal preference. This color is just one of those colors that looks good on every single skin tone. There's no white in it, so it can really build up on very dark skin tones. But then even if you're super pale or fair-skinned, it has like a pink undertone in it, so less mixed in with something else will be so beautiful and rosy. And I mean, it just is so complimentary. If you wanted to go a little bit more dramatic on the eyes, back to the bronzer, top it off, and keep it more at the outer corner here. It's gonna bring a little bit more color, a little bit more drama, if you will, and especially if you have blue eyes, the orange in it's just gonna contrast and brighten up your eye color. If you don't want a glossy lip, skip this part, but I'm gonna take, this is actually new from Huda Beauty. I got it in a PR pack. It's the Faux Filler Lip Gloss in the shade Light Clear, and I've worn both the light and the medium, but the light is really nice if you just want a little bit of shine and highlight. I just keep it more in that inner corner, center, and then really blend it into my lips. You cannot tell me that you would not know I was not feeling well. I actually even feel a little bit better, which I know I don't, but I feel like I can take on the rest of the day with the projects that I have to film. But this makeup is so good. It's all about precision, layers, a little bit more intention. I mean, if I wasn't talking, I'm at 35 minutes from start to finish. And if I wasn't talking, I probably could get this done in like 18, 20 minutes. So if you just have a couple more minutes to yourself and you want that makeup to feel a little more next level, this is it. I feel really good. Camera ready, but not OTT. Like I still feel like myself, just a better version. And that's okay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I will list all the products down below as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.